It's a game that needs no introduction, and I've got a big feeling tomorrow will shape the future. Welcome back to the channel. It's Old Firm semi-final predictions, and what I mean by that is I've got a funny feeling whoever loses tomorrow is going to spiral out of control and go into absolute turmoil and misery. To be honest, both teams, I was going to say flirted with it this season. We've been down in the depths, right? Drawing games, disgraced in Europe, barely winning, barely scoring, conceding comical goals. We had a FUD that used to take his players to Loch Lomond, right? Celtic, let's talk about them for a minute. Obviously not been the greatest start to the season for it. Rodgers has walked, he's bottled it, he's shat it for Danny Roll and the rest of the guys that seen him off. They're, 9 points behind Hearts actually. Out of the Champions League, lot of nil-nils, not exactly clicking like it has in previous seasons. So by their standards, it has been a bit of a meltdown. And for us, even though our standards recently, like last season, the season before, they weren't great. They were pissed. Last season we didn't win a trophy. Somehow this season, so far, it's been worse. But this game highlights a massive opportunity for both teams. But let's move on to us. For us to actually get to a final and hopefully lift some silverware. But I'm not going to be one of these people that will say, oh, once we beat Celtic tomorrow, then that's it won, that's it secured. No, because honestly, it didn't matter who won between Motherwell and St Mirren. Two good teams playing two very different styles of football. St Mirren obviously got past Motherwell 4-1. St Mirren should have beat us in Paisley earlier on this season. It's always tricky. Hell, they beat us at Ibrox last season as well. They've got a good recent record against us, St Mirren, and honestly, yeah, Danny Roll's had 2 games. I mean, I seen someone comment on Fog Football, oh, have you been Stevie because he was talking shite about Danny Roll? Let's just reel it back. Let's just roll it back, right, on Danny Roll. Guy's had 3 games, disgustingly bad against Brann, but 2 good games so far in the league. Good win against Kelly and a good away performance against Hibs. That's all brilliant, but I need more for Danny Roll. I'm not going to, we can't just pretend this guy's the next coming of Jesus because he's won 2 games in the league in a row. Let's judge the guy at the end of this year. Let's judge him as we head towards the end of this season. Let's see what he's doing then. Because let's face it, folks, as pointed out at the start of this program, brother, whoever loses this is going to spiral. We need to win, right? And we might lose, but Danny Roll's Rangers managerial career could hinge on how he responds to if we lose this game of football. Let's hope we don't though, but we put it up for a poll, 724 votes, 58% voting Rangers, 42% voting Celtic. That is what I like to see. The obsessed have been put to the sword. Will they get put to the sword on, fucking this time tomorrow, man? We'll have to wait and see. I'll give my predictions at the end. So, into the comments, Ian Fitton says, hopefully a Rangers win. Of course, Ian. Defeat it, the wrong enemy, says, Europa the last battle. No idea what that is. We've got Follow Your Leader for Sean. Everyone should watch it. Wake folk up. Do we all need to watch it? Tell you what, I'll be watching Celtic Rangers tomorrow and Danny Roll putting about 10 past them. Martin McKenna, you've been drinking. Who knows? That's a good. You've been drinking. That's a Davy Martindale quote there. We're going to get the job done, all right. And then, boo! This is an easy Rangers win. Not how, but how many? Oh, I like that. I like that fighting talk. And obviously, Connor Barron is it? I mean, no, it's funny, right? Celtic fans are like, oh, dream on, routine, stay off the glue, dream on, right? Oh, you're talking pish. 2025, we've played 4 games, 2 Rangers wins, 2 draws. Celtic haven't beat us. They're not exactly playing great, neither are we. I don't see how any team can have confidence going into this game. Honestly, I just don't see it. Celtic beat Falkirk 4-0. Brendan Rodgers also beat Falkirk 4-0 back in August. They've got injuries. We've got, we don't really have as many injuries, but we've also got more of a disjointed squad, and it's beginning to come together piece by piece. But like I said, Danny Roll, he's still got to do a lot more in my eyes, but a huge step to winning us all over and putting more faith in, him. As if honestly, man, just imagine this. Close your eyes. Imagine we win tomorrow. Danny Rowe goes from being this guy with a lot of question marks to a guy with an exclamation mark. Because that is what he's all about. If he can get us over the line. Danny Rowe. You know what? Soon enough I'll have to hold my hands up and say, I got it wrong on Danny. But tomorrow if he loses, he could just be a fanny. But I'm going to go 2-1 Rangers. We're going to win. I've got confidence. You want to know why I've got confidence? Because this year proves that over the 4 games, 2 wins to us and 2 draws. As for the 2 draws, that 0-0 was one of the worst games of football you ever see. The 1-1 wasn't great either, but the recent form's in our favour. The only thing in terms of recent form is when these games matter, like if it's a title fight or it's been a previous cup game, we've ended up losing it. So are these players, this new group of players, going to be able to step up to task? We'll have to wait and see, but in terms of formation, I mean, it's going to be a new look Celtic team, it's going to be a new look Rangers team. We're going to be probably playing a 4-3-3, but the objective's got to be the same, win, and I think the best way of doing that is to shut out Callum McGregor, have someone man mark him, whoever that be, who knows, butAmi's done it before. I think Asgard did it in the game earlier this season. So, stop Callum McGregor, hopefully win the game. And that's what we've got to do, because if I'm coming on here 5 o'clock tomorrow talking about how we've just been drummed at the League Cup, it will be fucking soul destroying. And this season has been diabolical. But if we win tomorrow, man, this could be the turnaround that we need, not only for cups, but for the league. We could take confidence and start going on a great roll. Now, obviously, it's not going to close the gap in the league tomorrow by winning the game of football. But if we lose tomorrow, the confidence is going to be back at rock bottom, square one, and the league's going to feel like a pipe dream. But if we win, Celtic's going to spiral, right? Guarantee whoever loses is going to go into a spiral. So I think sooner rather than later, we'll overtake them in the league if we win tomorrow. And then you never know what's going to happen. But at the same time, we could lose tomorrow. Danny Rowe loses the plot. And then we spiral down the league again. We just need to win. It's as simple as that. And I'm fucking dreading it. But we need to win. How many times I need to say it? We need to win. I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go Shermity to get a goal. Because why not? We can dream. We can dream in Yusuf Shermity. He got a goal against Kelly. He got an assist against Hibs. So why can't he get another one? I'll go with Danilo to get the other. As for Celtic, who'll score? Who cares? Fuck it. Johnny Kenny. Apparently Iheanacho's been released, so Johnny Kenny's going to have to get their goal. But who gives a fuck who gets their goal? So I've got our 2 goals. Our 2 goals to their 1. We need to win. We will win. Be there, be square. Till next time. Peace.